together. We ain't gotta force it, we can do whatever. I'm hoping that you ain't got a man, yeah. I'm trying to take this to another level. I'm really thinking me and you should get together. We ain't gotta force it, we can do whatever. I'm hoping that you ain't got a man, yeah. I'm trying to take this to another level.
Hey guys, I am switching it up today and jumping straight into the tutorial. So first things first, I'm applying a base. Today I am using the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre, and then I am going to set it with a translucent powder. Since I am doing a cut crease today, I wanted the edges to be really defined and sharp. So I am applying tape to the outer corners of my eyes, and I am applying it a little higher than I usually would because I will be doing a winged liner later on. So I'm making sure that they are completely as even as I can make them, and then I'm starting off with my first eyeshadow. This is the shade Frappe by Makeup Geek, and I'm using the Zoeva 228 Luxe Crease brush to run that back and forth through my crease. As you guys can see, I am starting off slow and then building the color gradually so it stays nicely blended. Next up, I'm going in with the shade Cocoa Bear, also from Makeup Geek, and I'm using the Zoeva 231 Luxe Petite Crease brush to apply that right in my crease. As you guys can see, this is further defining the look and adding more definition and depth. It's all about layering colors gradually so that it's not such a harsh, intense thing, if you get what I'm saying. And then I am going to go in with a black eyeshadow. This is Makeup Geek's Corrupt eyeshadow. It's so black, you guys. It's the blackest eyeshadow I have, I swear. And to apply that, I am using the Zoeva 230 Luxe pencil brush, and I'm trying to be really careful with it, but honestly, you can apply this a little messy. Like, there is some leeway, I guess, because we are going to be blending this out. So don't worry if you don't get it perfect. I mean, it looks like a hot mess on me right now, but when it comes to cut creases, I feel like blending is key. Like, you just have to blend. Well, at least the way that I do them anyway. So I have applied the black. As you can see, I really ran that in the very crease of my crease, and I'm just going to blend it out and just keep on blending, because that's pretty much what this consists of, is just like blending, blending, blending. Now we get to remove the tape, and ooh, do you see that line, guys? Do you see that line? Crisp. That line is very crisp. Anyways, it is now time to cut the crease, I suppose. This is the easiest way for me to do it. So basically what I'm doing is taking my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot again, and I'm using a Zoeva 238 Luxe Precise shader brush, just any tiny brush, and I'm basically just erasing any mistakes that I made with the eyeshadow. It's as easy as that, guys. Like, wherever you feel like you want to clean up, do it with a little bit of concealer or MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and you're good to go. That's how I do it. Anyway, that's the easiest way for me to do a cut crease, is to just erase all of my mistakes. As for my lid shade, I am using an eyeshadow from the Zoeva Rose Golden palette. It's the shade Lustre. It's a beautiful, really neutral, super matte shade. And I'm using the Zoeva 325 Luxe Brow Light Brush. I'm pretty sure like this brush isn't for applying eyeshadow to your lids, but I don't know, I was using it this day and it worked really well. So as you can see, I have applied that to both of my lids, and then I decided that I wanted to go back in and kind of make that crease line a little more defined. So I'm just taking the tiniest bit of black eyeshadow, and I'm using a Zoeva 310 spot liner brush. It's super tiny, so it's good for doing this kind of stuff, and I'm very carefully tracing through there. I kind of wish I didn't do it though. Now that I look back at it, I kind of wish I didn't, but I guess it did really define it. And then of course I said I was going to go in and do a winged liner, so I am, and I'm just using the Loreal Super Liner for that. Now I am moving on to the face, and I'm taking the L'Oreal Infallible Stay Fresh Foundation in the shade 150 Radiant Beige, and well, it didn't really work out, you guys. Like, I applied it and I thought it was good to go, and then I kind of realized that it's probably a little bit too dark for me, and the reaction on my face says it all. Like, I'm just looking at it like, no, that's not working. So I decided to go in with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation in light, medium, neutral, just to kind of balance out the shade a little more so it does match me a little better. So I was luckily able to fix that situation, and then I am going to move on to a little bit of color correcting. So I'm taking the Bobbi Brown Corrector in the shade Dark Peach. I love using this thing. It's amazing when it comes to kind of minimizing the look of my dark under eye circles, because even though it might not look like I have any, trust me, I do. And of course, I'm using my beloved MAC Prolong Wear Concealer in NC20, applying that in the usual places that I conceal and highlight, because I'm so predictable like that. I do this in every single tutorial, I swear, but I just can't get enough of it. Like, MAC Prolong Wear, I think it would have to be my ride or die concealer. Now that the concealer is all blended out, I'm going in with the Mercier Loose Setting Powder in Translucent, and I'm going to kind of bake that on my face, but I'm not really doing, you know, a heavy application of it because this powder is expensive, you know? So I do try and keep it light. I know some people love to pack it on. I do too, but sometimes you gotta cut it down a little bit. So yeah, I have applied that, let it sit on my face, and I'm just brushing it away after I've let it sit. And then I'm just going to take a little extra on a big fluffy powder brush and set the rest of my face. Next up, I'm going to be contouring, so I'm taking the Shadowplay contour shade from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And I'm using a Models Prefer contouring brush. I did have somebody ask what this brush was in my last video, and yes, it is the Models Prefer contouring brush, which you can pick up from Priceline if you are in Australia. I believe it is a good dupe for the NARS ITA or IDA brush. So as you can see, I have contoured my face with it, the hollows of my cheekbones, my hairline, my nose, and my jaw. And then I am going to bronze up my face with none other than the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Give Me Sun. I don't know why it looks like I do this so roughly. Every time I watch back when I bronze my face, I'm just like, girl, like, why are you so rough with it? I don't understand. Then for blush, I'm using Tarte's Exposed blush. Love this shade, such a good neutral shade for a blush. And I'm using a Sigma angled contour brush to apply that. Then I'm going to tightline and line my eyes with the NYX black eyeliner pencil. I actually don't really apply eyeliner on my tightline or waterline ever, so you guys might catch me watering up a little bit because my eyes aren't used to this step. But yeah, as you guys can see, I have tightlined my eyes and applied it to my waterline, and then I am going to go in and apply some shadows to my lower lash line. So I'm taking the shade Cocoa Bear and using a Sigma pencil brush, I believe, to apply that along my lower lash line. Yes, it's the Sigma E30 pencil brush. And then I am going to also go in with Corrupt, that black eyeshadow I used, and I'm just really smoking this out. Like, I swear, sometimes I get a little too intense and I end up smoking my eyes out to the point where it looks like I gave myself eye bags again, and I don't know, I seem to like it that way. But yeah, so I am applying mascara because I will be applying falsies. These false lashes that I will be applying are intense and I can never do it properly on camera, but these are the Koko lashes in the style Goddess. I love them. They are so intense, you guys, but I actually like them. Then of course I have to highlight, so I'm using the Becca Cosmetics highlighter in the shade Opal. Love this shade. It's so intense. Like, sometimes I favor this over my Champagne Pop. Like, that's how much I actually really like this shade. If I want a really intense highlight, I go for the shade Opal. So I am applying that down the bridge of my nose, on the tops of my cheekbones. and on my Cupid's bow, or as CJ likes to call it, Cubic's bow. I think that's so cute when he calls it that. And then I am lining my lips. This is the Rimmel lip liner in Cappuccino. I love using this lip liner when I want a really intense nude lip. It just makes my lips look that much more pouty, and I just love it. Then for lipstick, I'm using MAC Myth lipstick. I could never wear this on its own. I mean, it's way too light for me, so of course I am going to be going on top with a lip gloss, and I'm using the Australis Luxe Lips Pigmented Lip Gloss in Eiffel Tower. So that is pretty much the completed look, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, so that you can stay updated with all the videos that I post. If you want to follow me on any of my social media accounts, all the links to those will be in the description box, as well as a list of all the products I used in this video. And with that being said, I hope you guys are having an awesome week, and I will see you all in my next one. Take care.
I'm really thinking me and you should get together. We ain't got no more, so we can do whatever. I'm really thinking me and you should get together.